Well, it's been a few days here. Last I filmed, we were chopping this and got this done, and then as you can see, my brother hauled out a bunch of manure, and then we mowed this. I think it's probably 6-ish days since I filmed, and we got a rain on this stuff, so we would have been chopping this probably at least 2 days ago, but got a rain on it the day he mowed it, so wasn't able to get it chopped. But my uncle raked the outside rounds together, so there's the 6 outside rows, raked them 2 together, so that's done. And the middle stuff might be dry enough. It had a little bit of moisture, so we're gonna chop the outside and then see what it looks like. But it's Sunday after church here, so we're hopefully gonna be able to get this all chopped today if everything goes good. There'd be roughly, I'm figuring about 30-ish loads, but depends on how well this stuff does and how everything goes. But got all the wagons lined up here, so I'm gonna get the big wagon and try it and bag it and see what it does. So the farm is right there, so we're right behind it doing long rounds this way. Usually we farm it this way, but put triticale in here and got this stuff all left to do. This stuff we didn't rake, but then these outside rounds we did. We raked them together, and we think they're pretty good. They're little on the wetter side still, but not overly wet by no means. So I think we're gonna chop the outside, and then we'll try some of these inside, see if they're dry enough to chop, and if they are, we'll keep going here. But it's a little after 1 now, and got 7 wagons so far. They can't get back to me fast enough, and the silage wagon, they got an empty one, but it's all the way up at the front, so I'd have to go all the way up there, grab it, come back here. So I just waiting for my uncle to get back here, and then once we're in these long rounds, they should be a little bit better. But I gotta make this loop around here. This kind of screws it up. But yeah, everything been going good so far. This chopper still smells like smoke. Something's burning, but we cannot find it at all. So I'm sure one of these days we will find it, but it is what it is. We'll keep an eye on it, and hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. But yeah, like I said, almost done here, and we're gonna have to switch bags here too, because they're almost at the end of it. So we'll keep going here. I just got one more pass to do, and then we'll be done with the outside rounds. So once he gets back here, we'll keep chopping, and then we'll probably switch bags. Skid loader here after ate some lunch and got a silage bag. As you can see, the 1066 and baggers down here quite a ways. We're gonna put one more load in here, and that'll finish up this bag. My dad's bringing up the wagon now. He's got it right here, so he's gonna get that emptied in, and then we'll get the bag off the the bagger, and then we'll set up a new bag. My uncle, he raked up the other stuff because it wasn't I couldn't go fast enough in the field. It was too rough, so we decided to just rake them together so I can get enough material into the chopper and make it do a good job chopping. So that's what's going on now. It's let's see, it's 3 o'clock now, so we're not gonna be able to finish up today, so we're just doing half of it, and then we'll finish up in the morning, and then we're gonna plant some corn silage on there. So that's what we're doing anyways. Guess I'll put this out of the way for now. But yeah, so that's what's going on. We'll get this bag changed out and keep chopping. Well, I'm out here in the tractor and raking this stuff 2 together. That way we can chop this yesterday we got that stuff done over there, and my dad started ripping that. We're gonna plant some silage corn on it, so he's ripping that, and then we'll finish up all this, and then we'll rip this, and hoping to get it planted as well today. There's 25-ish acres we got of this triticale, and then we already did the 9 acres, but we're gonna leave a little spot to still be able to haul manure on. And yeah, so we're gonna finish up chopping today. We didn't get done yesterday just for the fact that we had to switch bags and all that fun stuff. So there's about 7, well, figuring between 7 and 9 loads out here. So won't take long at all to chop that, but I got what, 2 more passes to make here. I'm just raking one over into the other one because this stuff is a little too dry now. But so today's Monday. Saturday we threw a surprise party for my mom and dad anniversary, so we kind of a day behind on this stuff, but there's not a whole lot left that'll be on the dry. Well, it was about perfect yesterday, so I guess it will be a little too dry today, but it should be all right in the silage bag because that stuff usually picks up a little bit of moisture anyways. But yeah, so I'm raking this up this morning. Then once I get done with this, I'm going to jump in the chopper, and we got the 3 wagons here, and then the 4th one's up at the silage bag. So I'm pretty sure once my dad gets done doing the feed, I hope he brings that back to me anyways. That way get as much done early this morning as we can before it dries out any more than it already has. But yeah, so busy day today. We got rain coming in Tuesday night, which is tomorrow night, and then Wednesday. So yeah, we're hoping to get everything done. That way we get this corn in and then get a nice rain shower on it, be perfect. So yeah, but we're just gonna keep raking here. Only got about, I don't know, 15 minutes left, so we'll keep going and get this done and jump in the chopper and start chopping. 2 more wagons after this one. Well, after the next one here, so shouldn't be much longer, and we'll be done with triticale. Doing the last row of triticale. Gonna have about 7 3/4 of a load, so right at what I was thinking. So I don't know exactly what time it is. I think it's around 8:30, but we're gonna take this up. They got well, it's one wagon and this one, so to finish bagging. So we're gonna just head on up there. My dad, he's got the silage wagon there empty, unhooking it, and then he'll grab this one here. I'll take this up and about, that's a good 3/4 load there, so did pretty good, I think. I'll have to add up exactly what we had, because we had, this is about 9 acres, and then this long rounds here, I think it was around 15. They had right at 24, 25 acres here, so I'll add up what we got and let you guys know. But yeah, now we just gotta rip all this and get it planted, so we'll head on up here and get the silage in the bag. Well, my uncle's finishing cleaning this one up, and my dad should be up here shortly. I dropped the wagon right there for him, and had 40, shade over 44 loads, so I didn't think that was too bad off about 25 acres. But we're gonna eat some breakfast real quick, and then we'll get cleaning up some stuff, and then get to planting that corn. Oh, we're out here in the tractor with the finisher. Gonna finish this ground and start planting some corn on it. My dad's up there getting the planter all filled up and ready to go, so we're gonna start working this, get it worked down, and start planting. I don't quite have half the long rounds done here, but you can see it's not much difference. It's awfully dry, not much moisture even left in there, and got a little bit of dust, which this is there's kind of a wet spot here. There's a riser in that grass there, but once we get out of this, is awfully dry and dusty. But it's not working up as good as I like it to, mainly for the fact that we got the I guess root balls from the triticale, but it don't look half bad, and I'm sure once my dad goes over it with the planter, you won't be able to tell it anyways. So he's finishing up, closing up the silage bags, and he'll be out here. But yeah, we're almost halfway done with the long round, so we're just gonna keep going and get this done. Dad made it out here. He almost got half of the long rounds done anyways. It's about 4:45 now. I gotta head up. I got a bearing locked up on one of the crumbler things on the finisher, so I'm heading up to the shop to get the bearings and tools to do that. It's just right up here, so folding up because got a little tight spot to get through, but gonna head up and get that changed real quick. I got plenty of work ahead of them, so not gonna be too big of an issue. Then I guess haven't showed this lately, but got enough dirt now, got this all nice and leveled off. We're gonna push the rest of that dirt off the other side. I'll show that when we're doing it, but we got a where the calf pin is, or heifer pin, it needs a good probably 3 foot of fill in there. I want to make that all level but slope it so all the water runs off. So that's a later project, but there was a company moving dirt in town and asked us if we wanted some dirt, so just piled it up there for now, but we'll get it moved later. So yeah, but just gotta pull up here and we'll unfold it again and get this bearing changed. So I gotta change 2 of these. This one shot and this one a little bit beyond shot, but locked up on me, so got 2 new ones here. We'll get these put on and get back at it. it's been a while since did any filming or anything, but I think it's been roughly 8-9 days, but just been doing a bunch of odds and ends, trying to get things, I guess, caught up, finished up, stuff like that. Last I think filmed, I was finishing up planting there, the silage corn. We got that all in and done, and I'll go take you guys back there because I'm gonna go bush hog there. But yeah, we've been doing odds and ends in the shop, getting stuff done in there. I've been getting blocks to do the shop, and I think I got enough blocks now besides my half blocks. But what we're gonna do is come across the front of the shop there, do a little bit, and then come all the way along here, because as you can see, that about 8 foot of fill back in there. So need to put a lot of blocks up, and gonna go about 4 foot away from the building, give or take, and then line that all with blocks, and then come across the back a little bit because there's a ramp there to get in the back of the shop. I'm gonna put a riser up down there to catch all this water and get to go underground. But yeah, so that's that. And then I've been building a stumper for the excavator. Been doing that the last couple of days as well, so that's done. Well, for the most part, I got a little bit left to do on it, but yeah. And then I guess we also been getting a bunch of dirt hauled in here. I'll show you guys. So we got all this piled up here. So what I want to do is get this kind of sloped out right to where it's about even. That way all this, I guess, is more easy to get up in the back, because like I said, that's about 8 foot of fill right in here. So what we want to do is get this easier to get in and out, and then the rest of that dirt will get pushed behind it, because that's where the heifers are. So we want to get that all leveled out. I'll show you guys that more when we're doing it. And then get, so there's an electric fence right in here, and we want to taper this all pretty well, get it all sloped out right, and then we're putting up a different fence here. And I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze through here or not. Let's see. Gonna be, yeah, we'll go around the other way, but I'll get back there and then get you guys back out here. This is the silage corn. We had the triticale on it, and as you can see, starting to come up a little bit. Needs a little dab of rain, would be nice to get to come up the rest of the way. Since this stuff's been planted, we had I think it'd be around 3.5 inches, so it doesn't need the moisture, but it just needs it for the top of the ground, because as you can see, it's getting a crust on it and getting hard. So needs a little bit of rain, and we're supposed to be getting some here shortly, I think tomorrow or the next day. But it's starting to come up good, so getting some heat too, so that's also good. But then this is what we're mowing. All the back of this is all on a big hill. We put all this fill dirt in here, so got to keep this mowed, and got the bush hog on the skid loader here. So this is that Skid Pro, and this will make quick work of doing all this, because this mower can cut a lot of grass awfully fast. So we'll get going here. We'll go around, do the bomb, and then when it starts sloping, we'll just go up and down and get it all mowed off. So we'll get some footage of this thing and get this stuff knocked out. it down when you get in the dirt, but other than that, it just keeps mowing, no problem at all. There's some concrete in here somewhere, I think. I tried picking it all up, but might have missed a piece or two. But I think I told you guys bought a concrete crusher for the skid loader, and I want to try using that some today. We got some concrete I want to get busted up. It's like a, yeah, there it is. And I guess that's some blacktop that we got. So we used to have a guy drop off some concrete and road or blacktop that he took out. He was a concrete guy, and we took some of that because we used that for fill. Well, we had some of it, and we had to put a silage bag up top, and I took the dozer and just pushed it all off the side here, and kind of wish I didn't do that, but it is what it is. But like I said, we got that concrete crusher now, and it's like a big, I guess like drum that spins in there, and it just grinds it up into about 1 to 2 inch pieces. So show you guys that too when we get the grinding. But yeah, takes about, I don't know, an hour or so to do this, so it's not too bad. But it's just annoying because I gotta go up and down because it's such a hill in here. But this skid loader is a lot nicer than the wheeled machine doing this because it's a little more stable, and I can make it up the hill no problem with this one. The wheeled machine didn't like that too much, but made do with it for a while. But yeah, this stuff, I don't know, it's probably about 2 to 3 foot tall anyways, and it is real thick, but this mower, it just mows right through it. The ground's not the evenest either, so it makes it a little more challenging to mow. We got, which is just right up the road, and I want to get that all mowed because in the wheat, my dad likes to get all the edges. Well, you tend to take in some of this grass, so I want to get that all mowed off so you don't have any issues with it. But we'll see how much rain we get, because I won't be able to get that all done today. But yeah, I had this mower, I think this is going on the 2nd year, I believe, and I have not had any issues whatsoever, and I mowed a good little bit with it anyways, and I highly recommend getting one if you're looking for a nice bush hog for the skid loader, because it's got the nice push bar up front. You can push over trees, and I've cut up to I cut a good I don't know, probably 8-inch tree with it. You just sit there and let it work at it a little bit, and you can mow it off pretty good. Got a bunch of boards in here from that open face shed we had, keeping them for miscellaneous boards, so not really matter if I hit them, but I just don't want to have that much more of a mess. going here and get this all mowed off, and then see what we're doing next. Well, I decided to mow the ditch while I was already in the skid loader. So, got, I don't know how long this is. It's 2 fields. This is the cornfield I'm in, and then I guess a wheat up farther. But I made 1 pass down, and it's about 2, and then this little dab left over, so it don't come out right. So I gotta go down and back an extra time just to get a little strip. But as you can see, getting most of this up farther here, the hill is pretty steep, and I can't get the skid loader on it because I don't know if it would tip it over, but it don't feel too good, so I opted not to do that. But for the most part, I can get 99% of this, and the main thing is trying to get the grass and weeds away from the wheat and cornfield, which I can do that pretty easily. So that's mainly what we're doing, but it looks better when you just mow it all, so that's what I'm doing. I thought the state would have mowed this by now, because they did last year, I believe, pretty early, and this year I don't know why they haven't mowed much of anything that I know of, but it is what it is. We'll get it mowed, and then they'll probably show up next week, but don't matter. So but yeah, there's, I don't know, there's got to be close to yeah, there's got to be at least a good mile probably of this. So yeah, but I'm just gonna keep going here. I got, I don't know, probably 45 minutes left, so we'll just keep going and get this knocked out. Then the last little dam, or last stretch, I guess, up along the wheat here. I don't know how well you guys can see the wheat, but it's not the tallest, but it looks halfway decent for the year. Can't really complain. So we'll be getting into that in about 3 weeks now, so be interesting to see what it does. The Pioneer salesman we got, he estimated it to be 120 bushel, which it was his first time ever figuring wheat, and we know he's plenty high on that. We're hoping for around 75 bushel, but we'll see once we get into it. But I got there's I guess there's quite a few 100 feet here to do, and we'll be done here. This stuff's not as wide in spots, so some spots I can get away with doing 2 passes, but it does get a little muddy coming up here, but not horrible. I can straddle it because the ditch, they haven't cleaned these out in quite a few years now, so I just go over, straddle it a little bit, and I can usually get it all. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Haven't hit nothing, luckily. Sometimes in the road ditch you can get some pretty interesting finds in there, and so far haven't found nothing, so I'd like to keep it that way too. But there's a couple spots in here that are a little rough to get, but we'll make do, because the bush hog's wide enough to where, like, the middle here is hard to get all of it, because the ditch is in the middle of this, so you can't hardly straddle it and get it. So you gotta kind of put the one track in the ditch and mow, and then you come back and on the other side and get the rest of it. So it's a little challenging in spots, but not too bad. I think this is the second year I've mowed this, and figuring out how to do what, where, and I can get 90% of it, so. But yeah, we'll just keep going here. It's, let's see, 4:30 now, so gotta get up at 5 to go milk, so hopefully shouldn't be much longer here to do, because up farther it is narrow enough to where 2 passes gets it all. So we'll just keep going here and get this knocked out.